hold on 2 seconds. Perfect. Pardon me. Rightio. Back day is finished. With a lat bias today. We're going to see, of course, but we did some. Do I hit this car or far out? I did some. What did I do? I did some pull-ups first. You won't see that. But then I did some rows, some barbell rows. I just love barbell rows. I don't care about optimal or whatever. I like it. It feels good. Why not do something that I enjoy? I enjoy the exercise, so why don't I do it? These days, everyone gets so confused and so in depth, and I guess that's good. You know, you're trying to get the most out of your training, but also do what you enjoy. If you enjoy doing barbell rows and bench press, do barbell rows and bench press. Pretty simple. You know, you're gonna get more out of something you enjoy, and you know, because your mind's in it, it feels good to do it. You're gonna get more out of that than doing something silly billy and like all complicated and you don't like it and your mind's not in there, you know? You're gonna get more out of the thing that you actually enjoy. And that's science-based, actually. So yeah, and then we did some, what are they called? Rack pulls. I really like those. Trying to get my lower back, you know, a bit more built, that Christmas tree. So that was pretty sweet. And then I did some rose button. I didn't record that because there's some dude in the way and all this other stuff. So I was like, I don't really care. There's some like Aestheticelek. Whoa, that kind of, damn, chill. Did some Aestheticelek like lat pull down, lat something. And that was pretty sweet. And then readouts and cardio and pose. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, we're 98.6 kilos today. So we've cut down quite a bit. We were 105 at our top. And now we've gone to 98.6, which is actually pretty good. I'm lifting all the same numbers, getting stronger actually. My numbers have actually increased. My reps have increased, so like if I was doing 50s for 8, I'm now doing 50s for like 10 or 12, you know? So, and it's time to up the 50s on bench, but our weights are crap. So, we're gonna stay at 50s and then just do incline barbell from there. But I did want to talk because I'll repeat myself quite a few times saying this, but the point of my channel isn't just bodybuilding, working out. That's a point of it. But my little niche, I feel, is kind of me as a 19-year-old talking about, like, kind of like my philosophy in life and what I feel, what I live by, and kind of expressing that, you know, because it helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot, and I'm learning. And so I've started YouTube quite early, and so if I'm learning now, I'm gonna keep growing and getting better. And you guys will see that journey. In 5 years' time or whatever, you're gonna look back at these videos and be like, whoa, he's small. But you kind of get what I mean? And today what I did want to bring up, because I always bring up like, do what you enjoy. Like, if you don't enjoy it, like, don't do it. Sometimes there's complications and whatever, but in the most part, actually there really isn't any complications. Like, if you don't enjoy something, you have the option to not do it. You know, you have that option. And like my main things is like we suffer in imagination more than we do in reality. You know, like imagining this bad thing, imagining that and that, and then in reality, like nothing's actually happening. And to just do what you enjoy. It's your life. You should live your life. You are living for the first time, and so is everyone else. Everyone else is living for the first time in their life, alright? So, and you gotta be strict with yourself, but tolerant with others, alright? Because not everyone has your upbringing and your knowledge and your whatever, alright? But what I did want to mention is I always say, you know, do what you enjoy. If you don't, like, if you want to play games all day if you enjoy it, you know, but there's that kind of fine line between Am I saying be lazy? Am I saying don't strive for anything? No, because I believe in striving for greatness, and you should find enjoyment out of being better, by growing, by being a better person, by being someone who gives back to the human community that we are, someone who is just trying to get 1% better every day. You should enjoy doing that. I'm not saying, oh, you can't play video games, you can't sit down and scroll on your phone. There are times for everything in life. There is a balance, alright? But I believe that hard work will always pay off before talent, you know? And there are times that I sit down and play games, you know? That I enjoy that, because at that time I'm relaxing, like I'm recovering, I'm lowering my cortisol, I'm not trying to be stressed, I'm not trying to, oh my god, I need this, I'm just trying to recover, because that's part of my life, that's part of my bodybuilding. I want to go far in bodybuilding, so I need to do things right this second, right now, to get where I want to go. Yeah, would it be great to get freaking rich and all that? Yeah, it would. But my first priority is bodybuilding. Everything else comes secondary to that. A lot of people say, you know, have your eggs in different baskets. I have one freaking egg, and that is in my hand in that basket, and that's bodybuilding, right? And that's what I've based my life around, really, right? And some other people won't understand that. Some other people will understand that. And some other people will be, oh, how do you do that? Like, it's not like your life doesn't have to be about bodybuilding. Just because mine is doesn't mean yours isn't valid, right? If you're just striving to be, you know what, I just really want to have my own bakery one day. That is my dream. Work towards that. That is no more valid or unvalid than me trying to be great in bodybuilding. Not by a percent. It is all conditional. It is all circumstantial and all personal in your own head, alright? So I'm not saying, like, if you've heard me in the past, like, say, just do what you enjoy. I'm not saying be lazy, because I don't believe being lazy, right? You should earn your way in life, and you should find enjoyment out of trying to be better, trying to gain more knowledge, and being a better person, and striving for greatness. Everyone should strive for greatness. Greatness to you might be, you know, greatness to you might be mowing your neighbor's lawns every week. That might be greatness, right? Greatness to someone else might be, I want to be a great chess player. I want to be the best chess player. Greatness to someone else might be, I want to have my own shipping company. I want to have my own shipping and trucking company. None of those are more valid than each other, or more important, or whatever. It is down to the personal opinion in that person's life. No one is living the same life. No one has the same experiences as someone else. They are all so very different. Everyone is so different from each other, but also so alike as well. We can all be perfect. We can all be great. We all have that opportunity, right? And there's a balance in life, alright? So, like, if you heard me in the past, I'm not saying be lazy, not at all. But if you enjoy sitting on your phone and scrolling, by all means do that. But you better enjoy that and not look back one day and be like, fuck, I regret just being on my phone all the time and scrolling. I could have done that. Like, don't regret anything. Don't regret anything. That is surely one of the worst feelings in the world. I can't even imagine that. I try not to regret anything in my life. I maybe regret one thing, but that will pass, and I will not regret it at one point, because I've learned from it, and there's a point to everything in life. Like, it's so, some people believe this, some people don't. Like, I believe every choice was made from day dot, you know? The line of fate has already been chosen. If you choose left or right, and you choose right is always have been chosen. There isn't a left. There was just always the right. Okay? Whatever path you're going, whatever path you go from like being born to dying, that path was already laid out. That was going to happen. For the balance of the human world and the human community, that was going to happen. No matter what. Right? So that doesn't mean you should not strive to be something great because, everyone loves all this. No. You should strive to be great. You should enjoy your life. And you should realize right this second, right now, as you're watching this, that I am living my life for the first time. He is living his life for the first time. She is living her life for the first time. Everyone is living their life for the first time. And you should start living your life now. Everyone is like, I can't wait to get out of school. Oh, I can't wait to get my uni degree. Oh, I can't wait to get a job with my uni degree. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to retire. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have kids. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to be old and sitting on my deathbed. Oh my gosh, do you know what you're looking for? You're like looking towards the future is okay. Envisioning where you want to go, okay. But like, I can't wait. Oh, I just wish I was out of school. I just wish I was out of university. Oh, I can't wait to get a new job. Do you know what you're doing? You're literally wasting your life away. You're not living. You're living in imagination. Live in the now. Realize you are living right now. Like, for me, what it feels like is, oh, there's a crash. For me, like, sometimes I like get a bit caught up in the moment and all this. Oh, I can't wait to get a new job. I can't wait to do this. And then you just sit back and you just be like I'm living right now. I'm holding this wheel. I'm driving a car. There's a city around me. Someone's driving their car in front of me. There's air around me. I'm breathing. I'm blinking. My whole body is working in unison with each other. And I'm living right now. One day I will die. Like, I am trying to make every moment count in my life because I don't want to regret anything. I want to enjoy my life. And you should let nothing and no one stand in your way of enjoying your own life. Because it is your life. You shouldn't do anything for anyone that brings you down and brings the quality and standard of your life down. That makes no sense whatsoever. You're not living their life. You're living your life. They're living your life. Their life. Right? Super separate. But also, humans, we are social people. So doing things for other people gives us like happiness and gives us like a sense of like achievement, right? We want to do things for others because it is in our makeup, it is in our social like being, you know? Alright, I'll give you an example. So I work with a guy, his name is X. I'm not going to say his name. He's an old fella. He's our cleaner at the zoo. And whenever you ask him, oh, how's it going, mate? How's it going? Waiting for Sunday. Oh no, waiting for Saturday. Just waiting for Saturday. Just working till Saturday because he gets Sunday off. And then Saturday is a short day. That is the only thing he looks for ever in his whole entire life right now. All he's looking for is Saturday and then his day off where he lies in bed and watches TV. Which he's told me, by the way. I'm not taking the piss. Alright? And then on Monday, you ask him, wait until Saturday. He is wasting his life away. It doesn't matter if you're old or young or whatever. You can live your life right this second. You can do what you enjoy right this second. You can find enjoyment out of what you're doing right this second. That is in your capability. That is your thoughts. Alright? You're in control of your mind, no one else. External things don't have an impact on you. Only you do, and your opinion about those external things. So don't be like my coworker and be like, wait for the weekend. Wait till I can go and drink. No, live right now. You're like, I don't know how to explain that, but like he's like wasting his whole life. He's waiting for one moment in the future and then it's gone. And then he's waiting again. And like his whole life is down to waiting till his day off. That is the biggest waste of anyone's life. He can be great. You can be great. Right? Everyone has that capability. Right? Everyone has that capability. Okay? So go out there, enjoy your life, start realizing you're living right now, do what you enjoy, be with the people that you enjoy being around with, and if you realize you're around someone that you don't enjoy being around, you have the option to not be around them, alright? Finish and claw, you have that option, alright? So start living this second. Find your purpose in life. No one can tell you what your purpose is. Only you can choose that. And live. Because so many people die at 25 and are buried at 78 or something. Right? Do you get what that means? Their hopes and dreams and their whole spirit dies at 25 because job and then kids, and it's everyone's living this little life. That all happens to say, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. Oh, can't wait for the weekend. Can't wait to get retired. And then they die and get buried. They're not living their life. They're not enjoying their life. And they may be, actually. Sorry, they actually might be enjoying their life doing that. Right? But I know a lot of people aren't. A lot of people feel stuck. Feel like they can't enjoy their life or anything like that. Remember as a kid you had all these little dreams and then you got older and they got shut down because they weren't realistic? What? Every dream is realistic if you want it to be, you know? So silly, some people. Hold on, I'm just driving up the driveway. So, I'm going to end it there, but I really want you to soak that in. Even replay this. Just soak it in, alright? Really. If I help one person realize that they are living their life right now, I will be so happy. Because that, I feel, is part of my purpose. To help people and give my own philosophy and help others realize that they're living and they can do anything that they feel is going to improve their life. Alright? So anyway, unless they're not hurt, do anything that you enjoy. But if you're hurting someone else, don't enjoy it. Done. If it's hurting their feelings, it doesn't matter. They're choosing to feel that way. Exceptions. But if they're getting physically hurt or whatever, stop that. Because that's not right. Anyway, you guys have a good morning, night, lunch, whatever. I'm going to cue my workout after this, but you can just end it here if you want. You can see the weights and how buff I look, but you don't have to. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you maybe league day.
You got to be a little mental, I think, to do what I did. I don't want to sound crazy, but you have to be a little fucked up. The fucking mindset of getting up every day and pushing yourself, and you're eating 12 to 16 ounces of meat and 100 to 150 grams of carbs every meal, and you're doing that 7 times, and you do it day in, day out. You got to have a very simple mindset. You can't be social. You can't be out doing a lot of other activities. So you put on the blinders and you have tunnel vision on what that ultimate goal is. I was always on track with everything. Everything was structured. I lived in a fucking box in order to be the best, meaning I had no outside. People would call me with their problems, I'd hang up on them. The phones were off. Don't bother me with negative shit. And I just went at it. That's all I cared about. That was what my life was like. It was go full fucking throttle every day. That discipline was there. I always tell everyone it wasn't about the body, it was about the mind at first. But I trained my ass off. For me, I just love to train. That's what separated me from most guys. There was times where I almost passed out training. I'm lunging with 225 on my back in the parking lot, And I remember just like, okay, no one else is doing this, so I'm going to do it. And that was my mindset. That was how I like mind fucked everybody else. So I used to train in the middle of the night because no one else was doing it. And so people were like, man, is that the secret? Is that what Jay has to do? Is that what we have to do? And I did it almost to kind of like play mind games with the other guys.
Only the crazy people come out this time. It's cardio time.
But I was also a beast. I was known as a so-called mass monster. I was also stubborn as hell, right? I mean, I was told I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I was told I wouldn't be a good pro. I was told I'd never turn pro, never win the Olympia, never win it more than once. After I lost it, they said that I'd come back and win it again. So I think a lot of that's a little ego too. I mean, you have to have a little ego to be able to do what I do and be great at it. You got to do what's your passion. Otherwise, you're never going to succeed at it. You're never going to stay with it. You're never going to commit to it, and you're never going to give your full ability towards that goal.
I'll say this without arrogance. Jay Cutler's the greatest bodybuilder of all time. I never had a lot of self-doubt. You know, people look at his arrogance, and I'm just so confident that maybe sometimes I come off as that, but I've been knocked out enough times and came back from it that I just never gave up, and I always believed in myself. And I mean, I was so disciplined, man. There was no bodybuilder on this fucking planet that was more disciplined than I was at that time. I felt like a fucking machine, man. Everything just clicked. Like I told you, I could do anything. I went in the gym and I trained with light weights, I trained with heavy weights. It didn't matter what I did. Everything just clicks.
Ronnie's been here winning the show for the past, how many years, Ronnie? 6 years. But this is my town, my home, my place.
It takes a lot of time, but I'm dedicated. And
I was just so young and just, I was so, naive. I really didn't know much about anything. I really didn't know how to pose. I really didn't know anything, but I had the physique, I had the structure. And once I learned how to eat, and learned how to, train properly, and, I wanted to be the best. My dad my dad was a pusher, man. I hated my dad a lot of times early in my life because he would just make me work, and he taught me to be a machine, And it really gave me the work ethic to be who I am as a bodybuilder, and to be relentless, and had to learn the value of working hard to achieve certain things. And I knew going into bodybuilding, it wasn't going to be easy. He's like, I'm telling you, you can beat Ronnie Coleman. Jay, I'm telling you, you're going to beat this guy. I'm telling you, Jay, you're going to beat this guy. So in the lineup, when I was standing next to Ronnie, people are like, holy shit, Jay's beating Ronnie Coleman from the front. It's the first time in my career that I actually knew, shit, I'm going to win the Mr. Olympia contest. I knew myself I would win it. And I knew in 2006, I knew 100% I was going to win the Mr. Olympia in 2006. I had no doubt in my mind. But every year I watched Ronnie stand next to me, and before he fell on the ground and he cried, he was scared. He was scared. You'll see Ronnie Coleman mouthing some things to me, and Ronnie Coleman said, well, you beat me. He said, you won. And I didn't know what to say. I felt terrible. That losing and winning was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, because the fans that hated Jay Cutler now loved him again. And that's what I love most about my career, is that my body did the talking and my movement did the talking. I walked out on stage that night, and you remember, that was for sure the greatest moment of my life, winning the Mr. Olympia. When I came out, I just came out there, I did that fucking quad stomp, and it's like the place went fucking crazy, man.